How's it going, trainers, and welcome to another Pokemon Go PvP video. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about Pokemon Go's newest feature, the Go Battle League. In the main menu screen here, at the top right, you can see the option to Battle Now. That's going to take you to your Battle menu. On the top right of this menu, we can now go to our parties. That is both Raid parties and PvP parties, so pretty neat, instead of going through our Pokemon filter. As you can see, we have to walk to battle. Each set of battles is 5, and it takes you 3 kilometers to unlock them. You can do this 5 times a day, so 25 battles, 15 kilometers, pretty good. You can pay at any point to go ahead and skip the walking, so from the get-go you can pay 200 to just skip and go to your next set of battles, or you can pay 100 or 50, just kind of based off of where you are kilometer-wise throughout the day. Once you have chosen to either go ahead and pay or you have walked that amount of kilometers to unlock your battles, you have the option to engage in battles without spending a raid pass, or engage in battles in which you would spend your premium raid pass. The benefits of each are way different, so it's just based off what you want to do, and you'll be able to see what you're going to get kind of ahead of time, like TMs and such, and a Pokemon encounter, and vice versa. Now, as you begin in Go Battle League, you're going to start off at rank 1, and the max is rank 10. As you can see here, I am rank 9 at the moment, and at the top of that little 9, you could see 4 numbers. That is a battle rating. Battle rating is not visible for trainers until you reach rank 7. With all that being said, that's pretty much the gist of the new battle menu we have here. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of briefly talk about Open Great League meta a little bit, so you guys kind of have the gist of what you kind of need to know, and go over my team as well that I'm currently using. So this Great League Meta Simplified graphic is provided by SwgTips and Gamefreak. Link for both of them will be in the description. And the data is provided by pvpoke.com. Link for that, of course, will be in the description as well. Right away, you could see a kind of double triangle thing with 2 outside the box kind of categories. On the bottom left, we have the anti-flyers, I think is the best way to put them. And you're going to want to think of it that way because it attacks the anti-flyers, and the anti-flyers, of course, are attacking the flyers. Within that flyer category, the flyers are good against the grass are good against both water and fairy, and water and fairy are kind of semi-good against the flyers. Putting all 3 of those categories, the grass flyers and water fairies, they're all relatively going to counter the anti-flyers. The anti-flyers kind of consist of fighters and mud boys from the most part, but the real king of that category is Defense Deoxys. Like, Defense Deoxys is incredible. You're going to see it all the time, especially as you get higher ranked. Up in the anti-flyer category, it's pretty much Steel and Rock, and the king of that is for sure Registeel. If anything, Registeel is the king of Great and Ultra League. It's honestly ridiculous. Their main role, of course, is to just wall everything, kind of like how Steel always has been. Going down to the flyer category, Altaria, Skarmory, as always, are going to lead the pack. They're just ridiculous. Grass category, you have the grass starters, and Tropius, to me, are the ones that truly matter here. Water fairies, Azumarill, that's the answer. 99.999% of the time, your opponent's team is going to have Azumarill on it. Now, as far as my team, I prefer to run kind of anti-meta team. I actually run Lantern lead, Alolan as my safe switch, and Tropius at the moment for my kind of backup. The reason I chose Tropius is it's kind of a built-in flyer as well as a grass, so it kind of gives me double rolls, whereas it can be good against the waters. It could also be good against the grasses and the fightings and the mud boys and vice versa. Just for now, it's kind of fit what I needed it to do, and yeah, it's been great so far. There are 2 other categories we should talk about briefly. The top right there is kind of the dark types. They're mostly unresisted, except for fighting types, except for Alolan case. That's why I like them. Hydreigon's ridiculous. Dragon Breath, ridiculous. We already know about Umbreon. Umbreon is a tank, and Alolan is just spammy. spammy as hell. On the bottom of that, the next circle down, it's a kind of strange group. It appears to be Ghost and Alolan Raichu. I would say that Alolan Raichu is comparable to Haunter. They're both very, very glassy and ridiculously spammy. You really need to watch out for Alolan Raichu as you get into the higher tiers. Its new Volt Switch fast move gives it access to its charge moves just so fast. Between Thunder Punch and Wild Charge and Grass Knot to hit the Mud Boys, it's a really, really good Mon and a huge threat, so don't take it lightly. With all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to 5 of my battles. I believe they all took place in rank 9. They might have taken place in rank 8, but I believe they're in rank 9. So let's go ahead and move on to that and check it out. So we're going to go ahead and lead with Lantern like I like to do. We're going to lead it into a Deoxys, and that is an okay matchup. The water gun damage is going to be doing decent. However, it is going to be able to get to a Rock Slide before we get to a Thunderbolt. So we're going to see what they choose to do. And here comes the potential Rock Slide. We're going to shield, just because that's kind of what I like to do in this situation. We're going to go for the Thunderbolt, either hope to get the shield or do the damage, but I expect the shield and then switch from them. I get the shield, they stay in it, and they fire off another Rock Slide, and we're going to let this one through because we will live it. Totally fine. Fire off the Thunderbolt, trying to take both shields or get the kill. Let's see what we can get. And we're going to go ahead and get the kill, so that's awesome. They come in with Registeel, and that's fine. Notice the water gun fast move damage, what it's doing. We get to the Thunderbolt. This is awesome. We can either take the final shield or get some awesome chip damage in right before Lantern's death. And we take that shield. So our first Pokemon took both shields and took out the first Pokemon and at least a third of the health of Registeel. Coming in with the Alolan Muck, we are going to go ahead and shield it looks like, which is fine. We should be able to get to 2 Dark Pulses before we get to another Flash Cannon, and that's going to do some incredible damage, as you're about to see. And no one really knows. It's just fantastic. Look at that. Oh wow, he got to another Charger. Whew. That's fine. We'll definitely get to another Dark Pulse, and shields are down, so this is going to be a win regardless. Boom. Registeel's down. They come up with a Azumarill. That's fine. Can we get to the Sludge Bomb? Yes, we can. My god, this is one of my favorite things ever, is landing Sludge Bombs against Azumarills. Boom. Right into the red right away. We're totally fine. We still have our Tropius. He does an Ice Beam. That's fine. Now, Ice Beam is scary for Tropius, but it takes 4 fast moves to get to Leaf Blade, as opposed to, what, 5 to 6 bubbles to get to Ice Beam? We're fine. GG's. Well played. So, game 2, we're going to go ahead and lead with Lantern yet again. And we're going to get a Lantern Mirror. This is pretty interesting. I do remember that this one is a Spark Lantern. That means he's going to get to our fast move 1 turn before his fast move. Charge move, geez. 1 turn before us. But we're going to do more fast move damage with our Water Gun. So we're going to block that Thunderbolt. We're going to throw our Thunderbolt, see if we can get him to do the same thing. But he actually takes that damage, so this is pretty much a win if he stays in. He switches. We switch to our Alolan Muck safe switch against that Tropius. Leaf Blade, Aerial Ace, they ain't doing nothing to Alolan Muck. So Aerial Ace does okay. I know it said nothing, but that's nothing compared to what other neutral things do to Muck. It's just awesome. Landed Dark Pulse. We really only need another one. Boom, boom. We get to another one. So spammy. Love this Rainbow Muck. We force the shield. They're going to come in. We're going to go ahead and do the shield because I do believe an Aerial Ace will just barely knock us out. We should be able to get to another Dark Pulse. Boom. Boom. There it is. He switches perfectly into a Lantern, but that is okay because I'd have actually rather this damage go to the Lantern and finish it off. Fantastic. Comes a Deoxys. That is not fun. We're going to come in with Lantern. We're going to Thunderbolt it right away. Do what we can. Boom. Half health. He still has a shield. He's being stingy with it. I'm kind of surprised. That could have been a Hydro Pump too. He's going to go for the Rock Slide. That's fine. Boom, 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 boom. Trying to get to another Thunderbolt. And we do. Whew. Probably going to force that last shield. We do. We come in right away with Tropius by switching. Try to air slash it down, and we do. Fantastic. They come in with their Tropius. It's fine. It's going to take about 2 aerial aces to get us, and we only need to get to the 1 to finish them. We're going to go ahead and leaf plate it. Because we think it's low HP enough, but it just quite isn't it. But thank God for our flying fast move, because we're going to farm it down. GG's. Going into game 3 against Viridian 817. He's going to lead with Jirachi, and I am going to be honest, this is my first time playing against Jirachi in Open Great League, and I wasn't quite sure of how to handle this matchup, to be completely honest. So I'm going to go ahead and shield because I am afraid of the Doom Desire and what it could do, even though I'm a water type. We're going to go for the Thunderbolt, try to see if we can get a shield, and try to just stay on the same pace with it. The problem is confusion damage is just so overwhelming, and I didn't know we already had 2 Meteor Mashes. We're going to go for another shield. So now we are shields down on our end. He switches to a Skarmory, and I stupidly kind of switched to Muck. I should have stayed with Lantern. I could have got to a Thunderbolt and at least taken his final shield and tried to make up for me having to spend 2. Instead we take a Sky Attack and get into half health with our Muck. Try to fire this Dark Pulse. We do. If we get to another one, I honestly feel like he'll use his last shield. So we go for another Dark Pulse. Try to force that final shield or get the kill on Skarmory. We force that last shield, and I'm pretty happy about that outcome. Problem is he farmed us down, and that is not good, so he's going to be able to just Sky Attack our Lantern out of here. Oof. We do live it. It is tanky. He comes in with his Azumarill, which is kind of a curious move. I mean, it just goes to show you, if I would have known my Jirachi matchup, I probably would have won this, because my opponent isn't making the best switch decisions. Let's see, he's going to use his energy just before we die. And it's a play rough, so that kind of makes me think there is an Ice Beam on this. I don't get why you wouldn't just Ice Beam. We're going to use Leaf Blade because I am a little afraid just in case he does have the Ice Beam. It would just be too much of a risk. We got to do what we got to do. He's coming in with a Sky Attack that's going to get us into the lowest yellow. We're going to try to get to a Leaf Blade in time, which we do. This should kill, just barely to be honest. It almost does, and we air slash it down, and all we got left is that Jirachi, man. Try to get to a Leaf Blade, and we do. Honestly, really incredible. Tropius is just amazing. See if this could kill. It doesn't. Man, GG's. Know your matchups, guys. Know your matchups. Going to the next game, we're leading with Lantern against a Alolan Raichu. Alolan Raichu is scary. It's awesome that you can count the Volt Switches so fast, but the Grass Knots come after 4. So here's either a Grass Knot or a Thunder Punch. Wild Charge takes 5. We're going to shield. It's Grass Knot. It's a good move that we shielded. We go ahead and charge up to the Thunderbolt, and we switch to our safe switch Alolan Mach. Because of the Registeel, we're going to go straight for that Dark Pulse. This is a good situation that we're in. I'm happy to be here. Boom. Does a 3rd health. We expect when we get to another Dark Pulse that he will shield, but we're going to go ahead and let him come through, and it's a Focus Blast. Didn't expect it. A little bit more damage than I was willing to take. It's fine. We're going to Dark Pulse. Again, he actually takes that damage. He's really stingy with his shields. Now, I have a decision to make. I could shield and get that Dark Pulse off and take the W in this one, but instead we're going to let him Flash Cannon, hold on to that final shield, and fast move this Registeel down with our Lantern's Water Gun fast attacks. So now we have a Hydro Pump ready to go and a little bit of extra energy. And we're going to Thunderbolt this Raichu the second it comes in because it is just too dangerous of the energy it could have. We force a shield finally. We're going to give up one of our shields and try to Water Gun this sucker down. But even Water Gunning Raichu's down is a little bit dangerous, so I'm going to go ahead and Thunderbolt it the second I have it because it's too risky. Too risky. And we take that final shield, and he shouldn't have shielded. We were able to fast move it down, so awesome. Really swung things in our favor. We kind of stole a shield from him. We get to a Thunderbolt against the Azumarill. We should be fine. We still have Tropius. We're afraid of Ice Beam. Let's see what he's got. Should be coming. This is definitely an Ice Beam. 2, 1. Well, it's a play rough, so maybe it is an Ice Beam. But nonetheless, we should get to a Leaf Blade before it can get to anything, having fresh use to play rough. So there we go. Tropius coming in clutch again. GG's. Going into the final game against good old Nick here. Let's see. Lantern lead against a Meganium. This is going to call for an immediate switch to Alolan Muck. We're anticipating them to switch, but they don't. We're going to be a little bit afraid of the Earthquake coming in. We're going to go for the Dark Pulse right away. We force the shield. This could be an Earthquake if it's coming. This could really be an Earthquake. I'd rather not risk it because it will OHKO us. It's a Frenzy Plant. I fell for the bait. It's fine. But he's switching right away, and he switched into an Alolan Marowak, which is a pretty questionable switch against incoming at least 2 Dark Pulses against it. We get a Dark Pulse. He lets it land. That's awesome. He's swing in our favor. Here comes a Bone Club. That's totally fine, even though it's super effective. And I got a little bit greedy and tried to snarl it down, and now I'm kind of having to use a shield just to keep my advantage and my energy. So he's coming in. I honestly thought it was Meganium coming in, so I Sludge Waved right away, and I'm Sludge Waving into a Registeel, which really sucks because Dark Pulse is the better move against this. And as you're about to see, I'm gonna get to, I think it's 2 Dark Pulses before I die, and I I definitely could have gotten to 3 Dark Pulses before Muck died. So it's pretty unfortunate that I did that. Kind of had to wait. I know that Meganium has energy, so we're gonna fast move the Registeel down and immediately switch into Tropius upon their immediate switch, so that Registeel should still be alive. Still got the 1 shield. We got no shields. We're trying to get to the Air Slash. The good thing about this matchup and why I liked Tropius over something like Venusaur is there's no threat from the Meganium. Earthquake ain't gonna do nothing. Frenzy Plant especially ain't gonna do nothing. So we're gonna Air Slash this, try to get into the matchup, have a little bit of energy built up against the Registeel. We can take 2 Flash Cannons and 1 Focus Blast in this matchup. There's the Flash Cannon. Get a Leaf Blade. We need 1 more Leaf Blade after this. This should get low, switch, and try to Water Gun the Registeel down, and we do. Awesome matches, guys. Anyways, thank you all for watching. You all have a great day. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.